Hey guys, it's your best boxing friends. I'm Kelsey. This is Rachel. I don't know how to introduce this.
So we recently, one of our comments on one of our recent videos really resonated with me, and so I kind of just wanted to talk about it. In that, if I could quickly summarize
Sum it
it,
up for us, Rachel.
was hardcore boxing fans that we can put love and appreciation back out into the sport. And that just really resonated with me because that's something that I want to do in all areas of my life is put love out into the world. Yeah. And I know as hardcore boxing fans, it can be easy, let me speak for myself, it is easy for me to slip into negativity and complaining and criticizing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that I love that. That's why this show is We're Your Best Boxing Friends, because we want to put out love and appreciation for the boxing community, but also for the fighters themselves. Um, I think that it's important to. We learned about dialectical things, Rachel. That's what this is. And so two things can be true. Like, you can watch a fight, you can root for one of the fighters, but you can appreciate both guys. Both guys or women that go in there, I use the term guys in the vernacular, that go in to fight, like, that's a big deal. They do this for our entertainment. I love boxing and I love watching people fight, and I love being part of that. I was watching some programming recently, not in boxing, but it was related to the WWE. It's on the WWE network that we subscribe to. Anyway, what struck me about the programming that WWE created was how much love and respect the people that are involved in the WWE and the wrestling business give the wrestling business. And I think that that's part of what makes them so successful. And I would like to see more of that in boxing. You know, I think that there's pockets of it in boxing, and it's just something that we as a people, me, Kelsey, cannot worry about what everybody else is doing. I can only worry about what I'm doing. And so I just want to respect and honor the sport, the fighters, and not even just the fighters, but the people, everybody involved in boxing, that all come together to do this amazing thing for everyone. And I think that it's just a great sport and a great culture. And I'm just happy to cover it. I love making this show because we've just talked about this before. We don't have any friends in real life that really pay any attention to boxing. So this is an opportunity for us just to hang out with people and talk about boxing, because it does not exist where I live, right?
Yeah.
And so thank you, power of the internet. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, boxing, right? I feel there was a time in my life recently that I went through a really tough time and I didn't feel a part of any community, but I did feel a part of the boxing community. And so I'll always remember that, and how special and important that is to me. And it was back then, and it remains to be to this day.
Yeah. And I will say I really appreciated the comment because somebody took time to share that. And I know that sometimes I don't take time to comment, when you're watching or looking at something. So I really appreciated that this person took the time, but also it was just like a good reminder for me. Because I tend to lean towards negativity, it's really hard for me to sometimes not get caught up in in just the negativity that gets put out there. So I've complained a lot about the promotion for Spence Porter, and like I was thinking about it after I read this comment, like, well, I guess I'm just part of that now. Like I'm part of that whole negative whirlwind because I just added like more negativity. You know what I mean?
I think that it's also important though to say the truth, which is like, maybe this is how I feel about what's happening.
I'm
But
just saying
also,
that there's a line between how much I do.
and only you would know if you were. I don't remember.
I feel like sometimes, I don't know, like just to be honest, it feels good in a bad way when I sometimes obsess like over things long past the point that anything needs to be said anymore.
Like internet trolling, right? Get on there and start talking noise to somebody.
And like there's a payoff.
Yeah.
But I know that it's not effective and healthy for my overall life. But there's still that little bit of payoff. Just like being judgmental. I mean, just a different example of there's a payoff for that, and I immediately feel good because I feel superior.
Yeah.
But it's bad for it's ineffective for me overall.
I think it's also important to note that the nature of any kind of whatever this show is that there is always going to be inherent in it some criticism of what somebody does in the ring, or maybe even outside of the ring.
Well, yeah, that's the
But
thing of putting out content.
yeah,
you know?
but the criticism that we have about any fighter or anybody in boxing, at least as far as I can think, has always been because we care about that fighter or that person in boxing, or we think that it would be better to do things this way. And that's just our opinion. That doesn't mean that like we're right or whatever.
I will even say some of the people that I've been most critical of.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah.
I've been really critical of Adrian Broner. I can like just full out tell you right now that I wish the best for Adrian Broner.
Because you connect. I know. I remember like when Adrian Broner came up, how much you liked Adrian Broner, and it's because you feel that connection to these guys, and you want them to be the best that they can be, and so you have thoughts or opinions about what they do, and they're free to listen to them or not listen to them or whatever.
And I can't like. Neither of us are perfect, so I definitely don't think that every time I'm critical, do I also express that with like all the love in the world. It probably doesn't always come across like that, but I can just say, like, honestly, like my heart is like, it's there. Like there's always love there. I can't think of any fighter where I would say I just no love.
Yeah, I can't think of one either. And even I've even had some experiences with fighters who were super angry with me, but that I still like. I love boxing and I love the people in boxing, and I just want what's best for everybody, including that person.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I'm just so excited and happy to be here. I'm grateful that you watch our show. Thanks for hanging out with us. I'm really excited. Tomorrow, Rachel, just quickly, we're going to go see Spence versus Porter on the big screen again. We're going back to the movies to watch it because it just makes sense. And I'm really excited about that. If you haven't done that, we made a video about that before, but if you haven't done that, give it a try. It's really a fun way to go out into the world and even connect with people.
Yeah, because the last time we were traveling when we did it, this time we will be in the town where we live.
I'll be like, hey, where you live at?
So I'm kind of like interested, like to see who I'm going to be sitting by. You know? Because theoretically, they're not from out of town too, you know?
Right.
Yeah, so we're really excited. Thank you guys for watching. And
keep coming back.
Yeah.